afternoon. I know you look happy, smiling. That's great. And I want to share with you morphology of conditioning. Morphology is a very complex subject through your intellectual mind. Now, morphology means that how the conditioning work in the society. It's a complex because a rich man hires a poor person as a servant to do the job. Is it the money or is it the job? Is that money or the job? Due to that complexity, that's why it's called the morphology of conditioning. A poor man is looking for a job because he or she wants to send money to their parents. A rich man needs the help because he don't want to work or she don't want to work. And I know my uncle when I was living in India, and that was, I'm talking about 1960, during my going to medical college. My uncle who used to live in Connaught Place, he had 8 servants. He had 3 servants who drive the car. One of them name was Muhammad, who was about 30 years old. And he brought him when he was 5-year-old, and now he became a driver. Then he had a cook. Then he also had what you call sweeping the floor outside. Then he had one guy who was a gardener. Then one guy who cooks. Then one guy who washed clothes, because he was very rich. And these were the poor people. So that was enticement for them to get the job. It's also conditioning. And he was naturally had money. Now you see that morphology of the conditioning, what it creates. Now I want to share with you, it is 2006. And that is, God, 40 years after that. He already died when he was 60 years of age. And now his great-great-grandchild was living there. And she was 60 years of age, and she was a diabetic and high blood pressure. And she wanted me to stay at their home in Connaught Place. And in the morning I get up and go and do my exercise. And one day I coming home here, and this Mundu, who was 80 years of age, and he saw me and we started talking. He said, "Are you the same guy who left from here to go to the United States?" I said, "Mundu, yes." And he was at that time 40 years of age. Now he's 80 and he's sweeping the floor. Then he's healthy. And now you see all the family of my uncle, his wife, and his oldest children, they're all dead. His grandchild, who is now 60 years of age, and she's living. And he's 80 years of age. And he's a servant. So you can see how the conditioning of the morphology is, because he was an honest man. And he worked every day. On the other hand, my uncle, he didn't work. He didn't use his body. And he had a high blood pressure. He ended up getting a stroke and a blindness and so on. The same with my aunt, who died at the age of 65. So, now you understand the conditioning is so complex. You have to use your body consciously. And you have to live this life consciously. Otherwise, you are reducing your life at a cellular level. And I want to share with you, I just finished a book called The Cure Cancer at Home Naturally. I request you to get this book from the Amazon Kindle or from our website. Read this book and work with your health practitioner so you can live a healthy and happy life. I wish you all a happy day, a healthy day. God bless. Namaste. Amen.